Hello everybody, I'm SJM. Welcome to episode 6 of Terrafirmacraft Reditus 2. Today we're going to be doing a few different things. I think the first thing that I need to do though is get myself a drink of water. I just got if you look on the right hand side there, slowness and mining fatigue. So when your thirst falls down a little bit too far, then you're going to get those debuffs, which is always kind of a good thing to carry a freshwater jug around with you. That way, if you do run out of water while you're like underground or out and about, then you got a way to get rid of that for the immediate time. And then we'll also grab a little bit to eat here, because we're down a little bit and we've got lots of food to eat up here. So today we're going to be getting into a couple of different things. So I've got a 3x3 of 16 logs in here, and we're going to be making some charcoal because we're going to be getting into I forget what it's called. A little charcoal pit, which we use for reheating ingots. So the way to put that together is you put your wood down and in a hole. So you can do you can do it any size you want. You just have to have it covered by non-burnable blocks on each of the sides and on top. So we'll just have to crouch to start placing these blocks. So cover up all but one of them and throw a torch on, and then cover that back up again. I got my torch back, so I screwed something up. Alright, let's try this again. Do I use a fire starter? I thought it was a torch. Nope. Definitely not a torch, and I think I just wasted 16 logs that was in that block there. These, we can see these are smoking. That's what we want. And then that takes quite a long time to all create and charcoal up. So we'll get, I guess, 8 stacks, log stacks instead of the 9 that I wanted. But nevertheless, it is what it is, and nothing I can do about it now. The other thing we're going to do is get some pit kilns going here. And I'll just show you how doing multiple pit kilns at one time will work, because we'll only need to light the one. I think I mentioned that in one of the other episodes. So we'll get our wood back on our hotbar. Oh, we do need the fire starter. So there's 2 tools that I want to make up here. So I'm putting in the proper ratios, which I've figured out that there is a online alloy calculator that you can use. I'll throw the link in the description. That it's a little bit difficult to use, but if you got your wits about you, you can kind of like play with it a little bit and figure out exactly what works for what you got. But I want to make a chisel, and we'll definitely need a hammer to get moving forward, because to weld ingots together to be able to make the double ingots that we need to get the anvils, we need a hammer. So we've got all that, and then I've also made up, because we're going to need 14 ingots when we do get to making the anvil, I've got 14 ingot molds ready to go as well. We're going to be able to fire all of them up here with the exception of the one, which when I get to it, when I get to doing the big batch of copper there, we'll be putting that all together. So we'll just throw all these guys in. Oops, I'm gonna need one more pit kiln. I am not good at math, apparently. Oops, I needed 8 more, not 4 more. Ah! Too much of a rush here, trying to show off for the audience. There we go. So we get one going here, and it lit all 4 at the same time. So I think that's pretty cool. And yeah, this, I think it takes 16 hours-ish or something. There's no way to look at a tooltip like we can with the pit kilns. So that's that there. It's still nighttime, but we'll just go over. I've got a little bit of a building planned out over here in the beginning stages of planning it out anyways. So I'm going to be doing just a modest little build. Usually I do something simple, especially when I'm on camera. So because I am not the most creative guy out on the planet there. So what I'm doing is I'm going to make this into a little dome for my hot tub time machine here. And then we'll have a little hallway. This will be where I will be putting, and I keep forgetting what it's called. Give me a second, I gotta go look this up because it's gonna bother me. Alright, had to look it up because I was kept wanting to call it something different, but it's called a forge. Now a forge has to have open air to be able to work, and you make it by putting 5 pieces of stone, and then we'll need to put some charcoal in the middle. So we'll need 7 pieces of charcoal, or it's the wiki also says a coal block will work in there, and that will form the forge. Now the forge will not work if it rains, and in that case we need to do a setup for a chimney. So what we can do is, once we get blocks that don't abide by gravity, and that'll be smooth stone, which is one of the reasons why I'm making the chisel here now. So if we put it back 1, so I'd put like a solid block here, that's going to fall in there because of gravity. But if I put the solid block there, no, not here, sorry. This is where my chimney structure will be. So we'll do it like, yeah. I'm just gonna stop now. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop because these things keep falling down. But we'll, we'll build it up there. This will be empty, obviously. And then the chimney will go up this way here. And we'll have our little bit of a forge in here. I'll put my anvil, and we can get a bellows in there. That just helps speed up things if time is one of our determining factors, because it doesn't burn more fuel, it just burns the fuel faster, so it increases the time. So this is the general layout of the structure I'm going with my house. Not exactly perfect just yet. And then I found a really good way for helping me plan things out, because if I just put down dirt, then I got to dig it back up again, kind of wasting tool durabilities. Just shift right click with a log and you'll get the block, and you can just do that. This is all just got 1 log in each of them, and I don't have to, if I want to take something out, bam, just like that, and it's gone if I want to put it back there. This will be my front door, and then I will have like a some windows in here. Glass is pretty easily made. It's not so tough in here, so we'll do some of that. Let's go over and take a look. See, this is still smoking away. These got 3 hours left. I'll just show you in off camera. I've gotten a fair amount of vegetables going here. The one thing that I did do, and obviously I got 2 cows in here, but for some reason the rye grain that I got, I can't breed them. So I'm not 100% sure what's going on there, or barley grain. So I might have to find a different kind of grain, or I have to do it before I process it, because yeah, you put your raw barley in with a knife and you get the barley grain out of it, and then what you do with the grain is you crush it up in a quern or on a horse press, but we have nowhere close to getting those horse presses just yet. Then you get the barley flour, which you mix with water to be able to make bread. And once we got bread, I'll be starting to make sandwiches. I guess the other thing I could start making to get better food right now is soups, but I think I need the forge to do that. Not 1,000% sure, but I'll be figuring that out between the next 2 episodes at any rate. All right, we're back. The kilns have finished doing their thing. So let's get our hammerhead mold poured. Oh my god. I thought I had exactly 200 in there, but I'm 10 over. Well, I guess we're going to learn what happens when you miscalculate on your amounts. This small vessel might be garbage now. It's not a huge deal. It only costs 5 clay to make a vessel, but I guess that'll be a learning experience. Cooked up a little raw kitty there, so we got a little bit more food. Not that I really need a whole lot of food. I've got that thing full, and this thing is full of food as well. Run down and grab a quick drink. And take a look. Have these guys cooled yet? No. So one thing we can do to get things to cool down really quickly is to build a barrel. So to build a barrel, we'll need some planks. Well, not planks, lumber. And we just put it in a U shape like that, and we get an oak barrel. We run down, we fill up our barrel with water. Now barrels are super handy. We'll be using these for quite a bit of things, making leather and all sorts of other things as well. But see, this is liquid. We can throw it in there and it'll cool it right down real quick. And so now we can make our hammer and our chisel, and the hammer and chisel work together as well. But I will go ahead and show you the first thing we'll be using our hammer for is to make an anvil. Now the stone version of an anvil is just a particular type of stone. So you can look it up on the wiki, but andesite is one of the kinds that work. And I thought I just had to right click on the top of a alrighty. I guess I'll be back when I do have this figured out. I thought I had it figured out.